It's going to be a crazy event.
Yeah.
It's going to be crazy. It's going to feel like back in the day boxing. I feel as though it's like bringing that back in the day feeling of boxing back. It's a 50-50 fight.
People may call him boring. People may say he can't punch. But they say the same thing about Floyd. Because they defensive fighters.
Yeah.
Tank is not going to be able to hit Shakur like he hit everybody else. And he know that.
I like to go with Tank. Everyone's gonna go with Tank, It would be a very interesting fight. Shakur takes a good shot, though. He's a specialist. That's why some fights that he doesn't look good in, because he's so superior. He is boring watching sometimes. But he's a specialist. He knows what he's doing. He's hard to beat. To bring out the best in Shakur, you gotta pressure him like Tank. Tank will bring out the best of him, and we'll see a great fight. Tank is just a monster right now.
This is going to be a crazy event, the kind of fight that brings back the true old-school boxing energy fans used to feel years ago. The excitement, the atmosphere, everything about it feels like the sport is returning to its classic roots. Gervonta Davis has finally spoken about the possible clash with Shakur Stevenson, openly admitting that it's a true 50-50 fight where either man could come out on top. But at the same time, Davis made his confidence clear, boldly stating that he sees himself as the face of boxing today.
On both sides. If you think about it, you get nervous just thinking about it, you know what I mean? But it's who wanted more. Who's really like deep down that guy.
Who's gonna reach deep in that bag and make it happen on top and say, great career, I'm still young, let me enjoy the rest of my life.
Yeah, I probably bow out and just enjoy the rest of my life. Just more so of the fact that I want to push other people. I mean, I feel as though once I accomplish my goals, I feel as though all right, I don't wanna not saying Floyd do that, but just I don't wanna overshadow other people that's coming behind me type stuff. I wanna be able to push them forward. It's your time. You know what I mean?
Meanwhile, champion Terence Crawford stepped in to defend Shakur Stevenson after Gervonta Davis took shots at him, making it clear he wasn't buying the criticism. Crawford suggested that Tank's comments sounded more like an attempt to downplay Stevenson than anything real, reminding everyone that Shakur has already proven himself on the biggest stages in boxing. According to Crawford, Stevenson has nothing left to prove to anyone. He's already captured world titles across 3 divisions and earned the respect of the sport's elite through skill, discipline, and championship performances.
He's boring. He's this, he's that. He's trying to diminish everything that Shakur have done. So it's not marketable, but he can't do that because Shakur is a 3-weight world champion.
But Tank clearly wasn't convinced by all the praise. Gervonta Davis rejected the claims that Shakur Stevenson is already the top fighter at 135 pounds, reminding everyone that Stevenson hasn't even competed in the lightweight division yet. While Tank did acknowledge Shakur's elite boxing ability and sharp skills, he raised serious doubts about whether those skills will come with real punching power once he steps up to lightweight competition.
Some of your 135 contemporaries have a lot to say these days. Shakur Stevenson, well, of course he's now 135 after all that stuff, and then Devin Haney.
Right, so why people even talk like he the best at, he didn't even fight at 135 yet.
Right.
He didn't even have power at 126, 30 or none of that.
He is good.
Okay. How can you, all that's just okay. How can you stop people that can actually hit? No matter all that boxing, you going to get hit. What you going to do when you...
And now boxing analyst Fannin has pointed to the moment he believes everything started to change for Shakur Stevenson. According to him, the shift began when Stevenson moved up in weight chasing a fight with Teofimo Lopez for the WBO title, and that's when the situation around the WBC suddenly became a major topic in the boxing world. Fannin explained that this decision didn't just affect the public narrative but also quietly triggered a series of moves behind the scenes that began reshaping Stevenson's path in the division.
And same thing for Shakur, because Shakur wouldn't pay it after he moved up to fight Teofimo Lopez for the WBO belt, and the WBC snatched him from him. So obviously, the sanctioning body, the WBC, has some sanctioning fees to replace.
And according to Fannin, that quiet shift quickly raised a bigger question across the lightweight division. If the WBC needed a champion who could stay active and defend the belt, the spotlight naturally started moving toward one of the biggest names at 135 pounds. Fannin explained that the discussion was gradually beginning to revolve around Gervonta "Tank" Davis, as people in the boxing world started wondering if the focus would eventually lead in his direction.
What are they gonna do? They need a champion who is gonna pay their sanctioning fees. Well, I wonder who at 135 pounds is there that could possibly fight for a WBC title that might not have a problem actually paying sanctioning fees. Oh, I know who it is. It's Gervonta Davis.
Shakur, however, sees the fight from a completely different angle. Stevenson believes his elite boxing ability would force Tank to change his entire approach inside the ring. Known for his sharp defense and his ability to land clean shots while avoiding damage, Shakur says Davis wouldn't be able to cruise through rounds or sit back patiently like he sometimes does in other fights. Instead, Stevenson believes Tank would eventually have no choice but to step forward and fight aggressively if he truly wants a chance to win.
Because that I'm a better skilled boxer, I mastered the art of hitting and not getting hit. And he will be the person that will have to change up his style. He can't go out there and box and lose rounds. He would have to change up his style and just become full blast aggressor to try to have a chance in winning.
Terence Crawford recently came forward to back Shakur Stevenson, responding to critics who claim his style is boring or question his power. Crawford reminded everyone that the same criticism was once directed at Floyd Mayweather Jr., pointing out that highly defensive fighters are often misjudged by fans. In Crawford's opinion, those kinds of comments are not real analysis but simply efforts to undermine how high-level and skilled Stevenson truly is in the ring.
People may call him boring. People may say he can't punch. But they said the same thing about Floyd. Because they defensive fighters.
Yeah.
Tank is not going to be able to hit Shakur like he hit everybody else. And he know that. He knows that. That's why he's like, he's boring, he's this, he's that. He's trying to diminish everything that Shakur have done so it's not marketable.
Meanwhile, as discussions about a potential clash with Tank continue to build, Stevenson has reportedly been locked in a demanding training camp. The main priority has been refining the defensive skills that already make him one of the most technically polished fighters in the sport. A huge part of Shakur's preparation is focused on stamina and movement inside the ring. His training camp has been packed with brutal cardio work, sharp agility drills, and rapid pad sessions built to keep him ready for 12 strategic rounds. His team is placing heavy focus on speed, timing, and ring intelligence, key weapons that help Stevenson manage distance, control the rhythm of the fight, and position his opponents exactly where he wants them. The debate is getting hotter and the boxing world can't stop talking about it. As rumors of a massive showdown between Gervonta "Tank" Davis and Shakur Stevenson reach a boiling point, some of the biggest figures in boxing are starting to take sides. Legends, world champions, and Hall of Famers are filling social media with their predictions, and the opinions are completely split. But when boxing legend Mike Tyson entered the discussion, the entire boxing community paid attention. Iron Mike made his stance clear without hesitation. His pick is Tank.
Who will win out of Shakur and Gervonta?
Gervonta Davis?
Yeah.
I like to go with Tank. Everyone's going to go with Tank, It would be a very interesting fight. Shakur takes a good shot, though. He's a specialist. That's why some fights that he doesn't look good in, because he's so superior. He is boring watching sometimes. But he's a specialist. He knows what he's doing. He's hard to beat. To bring out the best in Shakur, you got to pressure him like Tank. Tank will bring out the best of him, and we'll see a great fight. Tank is just a monster right now.
Keyshawn Davis recently gave his opinion on why so many fans believe Shakur Stevenson could become boxing's next major superstar. According to Davis, the reason is straightforward. When people watch Shakur fight, it's hard for them to picture many fighters who can actually beat him. He pointed to the ongoing debate about a possible matchup between Stevenson and Gervonta "Tank" Davis, explaining that it's never a one-sided discussion. Fans are constantly arguing back and forth, comparing both fighters' strengths, skills, and advantages as they try to figure out who would really come out on top.
Why do you think people say that Shakur Stevenson then is the next big thing in the sport?
For one, I really think the fans don't really see nobody beating Shakur. When people bring up him and Tank, when I see and I go read like little stuff about it, they really be debating. It don't be like, oh, Tank is gonna destroy this guy and everybody is saying it. No, that shit be like real debates, like, no, this Shakur, this, that. And then not only that, now you see Shakur moving up in weight, he's filling out, he's dropping this dude. He went crazy that last fight. That last fight was like kind of crazy. You go back and watch, that was crazy, so.
Furthermore, Keyshawn Davis also explained that Shakur Stevenson has been taking care of business quietly for years, and only now is he finally starting to receive the recognition he deserves. Davis believes that once Stevenson secures that one defining victory, the debate will end. That moment, in his view, will push Shakur fully into the spotlight as the new face of the next generation, proving to everyone that he is the real deal.
Now I think people is getting another insight on Shakur, like, nah, this kid, he been kicking ass for a long ass time now. This kid probably really is the real deal. You feel what I'm saying? He getting his just due. At this point, I really think it's just about giving him that one example. That one real name, that one person that can go 100 miles per hour with him from round 1 to round 12. A new generation, new champion.
Make sure you like, subscribe to Fighters Arena Pro, and share this video with every real fight fan out there. Much love from Fighters Arena Pro.